What if the Seattle Storm just lost the one player they couldn't afford to lose? For years, Gabby Williams was the heartbeat of the Seattle Storm defense. The energy, the hustle, the chaos creator. And now, she's gone. In a shocking 2026 free agency move, Gabby Williams officially signed a multi-year deal with the expansion powerhouse Golden State Valkyries. And suddenly, the entire future of Seattle looks uncertain. This isn't just another roster move. This could be the moment the Storm officially entered a rebuild. And honestly, a lot of fans never saw it coming. If you only looked at the box score, you'd never fully understand Gabby Williams. Because what made her special wasn't just scoring. It was everything else. Defense, leadership, playmaking, intensity. She guarded every position. She disrupted entire offenses. She turned defense into fast break highlights. That's why fans called her the French Army knife. And in 2025, she had the best season of her WNBA career. Gabby averaged career highs in points and assists while leading the entire league in steals. She was named an All-Star and earned first-team All-Defense honors. She even finished just one steal away from breaking a legendary WNBA record that had stood since 1998. One steal. That's how dominant she became. And now Seattle has to figure out how to replace all of that. Good luck. Just a year ago, people were talking about the Storm as serious contenders. They had veteran stars, a playoff-caliber roster, momentum. Now, everything feels different. Gabby Williams is gone. Other key veterans have moved on. And suddenly fans are asking one painful question. What even is Seattle now? That reaction exploded online after reports surfaced that Gabby was leaving. Some fans called it a liquidation sale. Others said they might stop following the team entirely. That's how important she was to this franchise. And honestly, they have a point. Because Gabby wasn't just a role player. She was the identity. What makes this story even more emotional is how hard Gabby fought to reach this moment. Back at University of Connecticut, she was one of the most versatile players in college basketball. She helped lead UConn to deep tournament runs and built a reputation as a defensive nightmare. Then came the WNBA. Drafted 4th overall by the Chicago Sky in 2018, expectations were massive. But Gabby's career wasn't smooth. Not even close. At one point, WNBA scheduling conflicts with the French national team created major controversy around the league's prioritization rules. She sacrificed WNBA opportunities to represent France internationally. And that gamble? It paid off. At the 2024 Olympics in Paris, Gabby became one of the biggest stars of the tournament, helping France win silver while earning recognition as one of the best defenders in the world. That moment changed everything. Since then, her confidence has exploded. And now, entering her prime, she made the biggest move of her career, let's be honest. The Valkyries didn't just sign Gabby Williams. They made a statement. This is an expansion team trying to become a championship contender fast. And landing one of the best two-way players in basketball sends a message to the entire WNBA. Golden State believes Gabby can become the foundation of their culture. Defense. Intensity. Winning mentality. That's exactly what expansion teams dream of building around. And according to reports, the Valkyries gave her a massive multi-year contract to make it happen. Seattle fans watched all of this happen in real time. And for many of them, it felt brutal. Here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. Gabby Williams may have seen the future before everyone else did. Because players don't leave stable championship situations unless they believe something bigger is happening. And right now, Seattle looks unstable. The roster has changed dramatically. The championship core is fading. And the rest of the WNBA is getting stronger and younger. Meanwhile, Gabby joins a rising franchise filled with momentum, energy, and ambition. That contrast is impossible to ignore. One team feels like it's building toward the future. The other feels like it's searching for answers. That's the question Storm fans are afraid to ask. Can Seattle recover from losing a player like Gabby Williams? Maybe. But replacing elite defense, leadership, and chemistry isn't easy. Especially when the league is more competitive than ever. The scary part? Gabby might still be getting better. At 29 years old, she's entering the prime of her career, and now she's joining a team that fully believes in her. That should terrify the rest of the league. This story isn't just about free agency. It's about change. Gabby Williams leaving Seattle feels like the end of one era and the beginning of another. For the Storm, it could mean rebuilding from the ground up. For the Valkyries, it might be the move that changes everything. And for Gabby, this could be the chapter that finally turns her into a true WNBA superstar. But now we want to hear from you. Did Seattle make a huge mistake letting Gabby Williams walk? Or will the Storm bounce back stronger than ever? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love WNBA stories, player breakdowns, and the latest basketball drama, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's next. What if the Seattle Storm's championship era is officially over, and nobody wants to admit it? The return of Gabby Williams was supposed to change everything. Fans celebrated. Analysts got excited. Even WNBA legends praised the move. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Gabby Williams might not be enough to save the Seattle Storm anymore. And after everything this franchise has built over the years, that's hard to hear. For nearly 2 decades, the Seattle Storm were the gold standard of women's basketball. This wasn't just a good team. This was a dynasty. 4 WNBA championships. Legendary players. A culture built around winning. You had Sue Bird running the offense like a mastermind. Lauren Jackson dominating the paint. Then came Breanna Stewart, helping bring more titles to Seattle and turning the Storm into one of the league's most feared organizations. The Storm didn't just win games. They set the standard. But dynasties don't last forever. Sue Bird retired. Lauren Jackson moved on. Breanna Stewart left for the New York Liberty. And suddenly, Seattle found itself searching for a new identity. That's where Gabby Williams entered the picture. Gabby Williams isn't your typical superstar. She's not the flashy scorer dropping 35 points every night. What makes her special is everything else. Defense. Energy. Leadership. Versatility. She can guard nearly every position on the floor. She creates chaos for opposing offenses. And when the game gets tight, she makes winning plays. That's why so many people were excited when she returned to Seattle. Especially after what she did internationally. At the 2024 Olympics, Gabby helped lead Team France to a silver medal and pushed Team USA harder than almost anyone expected. Her defense was elite, her intensity was relentless, and suddenly the basketball world remembered just how valuable she really is. For Seattle fans, it felt like hope had returned. But then reality hit. Here's the issue nobody can ignore. The Storm's biggest weakness isn't defense. It's offense. And that changes everything. Over the last few seasons, Seattle has struggled badly with outside shooting and offensive consistency. They've had stretches where scoring completely disappears, especially late in games against elite teams. And unfortunately, Gabby Williams doesn't solve that problem. Yes, she's an elite defender. Yes, she raises the team's intensity. But she's never been known as a high-volume three-point shooter or offensive superstar. That creates a huge problem in today's WNBA. Because the league is changing fast. Teams like the Las Vegas Aces and Liberty are built around explosive offense, spacing, and elite shooting. Seattle simply hasn't been able to keep up. This is the shocking part. For years, teams feared Seattle. Now, many teams see them as vulnerable. That's a massive shift. The modern WNBA is faster, deeper, and more talented than ever before. Young stars are entering the league every season, offenses are becoming more dynamic, and teams are loading up with elite scorers. Meanwhile, Seattle has often looked stuck between rebuilding and competing. That's one of the hardest places for any franchise to be. Not bad enough to fully rebuild. Not strong enough to truly contend. And fans are starting to notice. A huge reason for Seattle's struggles has been the pressure placed on Jewell Loyd. Night after night, she's expected to carry the offense. And while she's delivered incredible moments, asking one player to constantly save the team is dangerous. Defenses key in on her. The offense becomes predictable. And when shots stop falling, Seattle struggles badly. Gabby Williams can help defensively. But offensively? The Storm still need another consistent scoring threat. Without it, they're asking Loyd to do almost everything alone. That's not a championship formula. Even if Seattle fixes some of their issues, there's still one giant obstacle standing in the way. The Las Vegas Aces. The Aces have become the team every franchise is chasing. Led by superstars like Aya Wilson, Kelsey Plum, and Chelsea Gray, Las Vegas has built a roster that can overwhelm opponents offensively and defensively. And honestly, Seattle hasn't shown they can match that firepower. That's the scary reality. Because in the playoffs, defense alone usually isn't enough. At some point, you have to score with the elite teams. And right now, Seattle simply hasn't proven they can do that consistently. This might be the hardest part of all. Gabby Williams returning felt emotional because fans wanted to believe the old Storm were coming back. The championship culture. The dominance. The magic. But basketball moves fast. And sometimes, even beloved franchises have to accept that an era is over before a new one can begin. That doesn't mean Seattle is finished forever. Far from it. The Storm still have talent. Still have loyal fans. Still have one of the strongest histories in the WNBA. But this current roster? It may not be enough to win a title. And that's a painful realization for one of basketball's proudest franchises. Gabby Williams absolutely makes the Seattle Storm better. There's no question about that. Her defense, leadership, and toughness are things every championship team needs. But one player can't erase deeper problems. And unless Seattle finds more offense, more consistency, and a clearer direction for the future, their championship hopes could continue slipping away. Still, if there's one thing sports teaches us, it's this. Never count out great competitors. And Gabby Williams? She's exactly that. Now we want to hear from you. Can Gabby Williams help bring Seattle back to championship level? Or is the Storm dynasty officially over? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the biggest stories in women's basketball.